All right, welcome back with example 2. So we're going to be classifying pairs of angles. Whenever we're doing this, first we have to identify the transversal. So remember the transversal cuts through two lines. So if you look here, this line here cuts through this line and intersects with this line as well. So this is our transversal. I'm just going to make it red here. Okay, it's not a perfect red, but I think it will do. Okay, so the first one says corresponding angles. So remember, corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal. So on the left side we have 1, 4, 5, 8, and they're on the same side of the line. So for this line, the top of the line would be angle 1, and for this line, the top of the line would be 5. So that means that angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Also, if I was going to look at the bottom on this left side, the bottom of this line would be 4, and the bottom of this line would be 8. So those are corresponding angles as well. So 4 and angle 8. And then on the right side, so that this is the right side of the transversal, the top of this line would be angle 2, the top of this line would be angle 6. So angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding. And also on the right side of the transversal, but the bottom of this line would be angle 3 and the bottom of this line would be 7. So 3 and 7 are also corresponding angles. Okay, let's look at the alternate interior angles. And remember, interior angles are on the interior parts of, here's our transversal. The inside are everything in here. So this is all interior. Okay, so these are the interior angles. And the alternate interior means they're on different sides. They're non-adjacent, so these aren't options. They're on different sides of the transversal. So angle 4 and angle 6. And the other set of alternate interior angles that are on the inside of these two lines would be 3 and 5. Okay, now there's alternate exterior angles, and those are the angles on the exterior part. Okay, so 1 and 2, and also 7 and 8. And so 2 and 8 would be alternate exterior angles. Angle 2 and angle 8. And also angle 1 and angle 7. Oops, sorry about that. And lastly, same side interior angles. So we have interior angles are here in the yellow, except they're on the same side as the transversal. So 4 and 5 are same side interior angles. And also 3 and 6 are same side interior angles. All right, so that is it for those. Now it is your turn to work on check it out example 2. Using this figure right here. So where's my friend? Oh, here's my friend the pause dragon. Go ahead and pause your device, figure out A, B, C, and D, and then when you get done, press play and we'll talk about them. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, we're back. The first thing to do when we're talking about corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, and same side interior angles is to figure out, well, what is that transversal? So remember, the transversal intersects two lines. So this line right here intersects this line and this line, so that's the transversal. This line only intersects one line, this line only intersects one line, so that those two are not. But this is the transversal here. And whenever you have a transversal intersecting two lines, it forms, 8 different angles. So corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal, right? So right here, and on the same side. So now, because this is kind of like a shifted version of this picture up here, what I'm going to say is corresponding angles are going to be on this side, but I'm going to call this the left side of this line. So this is the left side, so angle 5, and this is the left side, is angle 7. So those are both corresponding angles. And then I'm going to look at the right side of this line, which would be 6, and the right side of this line would be 8. So 6 and 8 are also corresponding angles. And then I'm going to look at this side of the transversal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and identify the corresponding angles here. So the left side of this line would be 1, the left side of this line would be 3. So angle 1 and angle 3 are corresponding. And then the right side of this line would be 2, the right side of this one would be 4. So angles 2 and 4 are corresponding angles. All right, on to alternate interior angles. So to talk about alternate interior angles, first we have to figure out, well, what are all of the interior angles? And those are the angles that are in between these two lines. So these angles in here are the ones that are the interior angles, 2, 3, 6, and 7, but they need to also be alternate, which means they're on alternate sides of this transversal, but they're not adjacent. So alternate interior angles would be 6 and 3. And also angles 2 and 7. So if you got both of those, awesome job. Now on to the alternate exterior angles. So those are on the outside of these two lines, which would be these angles and these ones over here. So 1, 5, 4, and 8 are the exterior angles, but we need alternate exteriors, which mean they're on alternate sides of the transversal and they're non-adjacent. So that would be, see, 1 and 5, they're adjacent, and they're on, but so they have to be non-adjacent. So those two aren't an option. So it has to be alternate exterior, which would be 1 and 8, and also 4 and 5. So if you got both of those, great, 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 great. Okay, lastly, same side interior angle. So we're back with the interior angles, but they're on the same side of the transversal. So that would be 6 and 7 here. And lastly, angles 2 and 3. So if you have all of those written down, yokodenki mashita, you're doing a great job. If you're missing some, go ahead and fill in the ones that you missed. And a helpful hint, to determine which line is a transversal for a given angle pair, locate the line that connects vertices. So here we have vertice here. This is the line that connects both of those vertices. So that's just a helpful hint. So yeah, all right, that's it for example 2. We'll see you in a little bit for example 3.